Anyway, back in the next episode of Hero Clocks, talk about stuff. I was going to talk about some more about the Iron Man 3 and, well, old version new Iron Man 3, how annoying Iron Man 3 was to me. But I'm going to talk about something else this right now. Instead, basically, the X-Men movie, The Wolverine. I did not like. This movie was better than X-Men Origins Wolverine because it actually was interesting. And had villains that, well, sort of were more interesting than, one-dimensional Sabretooth. But still, the main issue with this movie that was not good was the fact that you had the main plot of the movie. The main plot of the movie was not good in that. Because basically, here's the deal. You had Logan in World War II save a Japanese soldier from being killed by a nuclear blast. Alright. So, then the guy was like, oh my gosh, thank you for saving my life. I'll always remember this. I will tell you pay someday. Here, you can have my sword, and then he's like, you can hold on to it, I'll get back. You hold on to it till I see you next time. He's like, okay, cool, whatever. So, years and years later, the guy sends this girl who has the ability of get the foresight, to him, to Logan, to find Logan and take him to him, okay, before he dies, because he's like really old now, and so it's like, okay, so basically, then the things get weird. First of all, the main character, the redheaded girl, is not a main character. It's not a main character for long. Logan's hanging out with this other girl who we don't care about. They should have just put them both together and just made it like, okay, yeah, he's his daughter. She's got the gift of foresight in it. She's a mutant, but she's also his daughter. That would have been just fine. A little condensing would have been fine with me, especially for a movie like this. Okay, but anyway, biggest problem was that the guy they say during World War II said, hey, wondering if I would like to help you become mortal. Now here's the problem with that. This guy saw Logan get burned all over his body by a nuclear blast. Well, he was trying to, it was indirect, but it was still a nuclear blast. He was trying to, and the guy had a manhole cover on top of him or some crap, or something like that. Just a piece of metal or something so that it wouldn't kill him, wouldn't burn him to a crisp. So he got burned. So Logan got burned to a crisp, burned all over his body, all kinds of horrible burns on his body, and then he just regenerated. And he's like, okay, I'm okay, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm like, okay, I don't know anyone in their right mind who would say, yeah, you know what, would you like, I have a feeling you want to give up that power. Yeah, that's that's what I feel. You want to give up that power. Maybe give it to me. Just well, maybe a little bit, but I'd want it. But I wouldn't be like, yeah, you want to give up that power, don't you? Yeah, you had that power long enough. And no, not only did he say that, he said, I want to, I can make you mortal. Okay, here's the big deal with that. You're immortal. Why would you be immortal? Well, maybe to rest, but it'd be forever and stuff. So, yeah. I'm sorry. Just there's so many things about that were just so weird. I would have rather had it been a story about he basically gets after a long time making billions and billions of dollars, making all kinds of cool stuff. He basically gets Logan with his daughter / the redheaded girl who's now his daughter as well. But basically he's like, please protect her. Because I'm about to die, I've willed everything to her, but if she is killed, then my son gets it, and he's an evil jerk. He's a horrible evil jerk who will basically do horrible things to people if he gets this. Please protect her, or maybe even propose the idea of marriage for Logan. That'd be cool. That'd be fun. It kind of, adds some comedic tone to it. I'd like that. I would like that a lot. That'd be too simple. Because that would have been the coolest thing. That would have been one of the coolest things about it. And make it more about him saying, okay, I'm going to die. I have accepted this, but I wanted things to be okay after that. So please, help my daughter out, That would have been cool with me. Because basically what happened was, in there she said he adopted her. The redheaded girl said that the soldier dude adopted her. She was living on the street, he adopted her. basically took her in, you know, and you know, she's been with him ever since. So, you know, hanging out with him ever since. So I'm like, what the heck? Why not just make her his daughter? And there you go. You know, you got someone interesting to run around with. Yeah, that would have been so cool. Then there's another issue: the villain. The main villain was not, unfortunately, well, sort of seemed to be his son for a little bit, but then it was not his son. Then the Snake Lady came in. Now, I had no problem with Viper, or was her Viper, whatever her name was, coming in and being like, yeah, I'm you know, I'm a mutant too. I got regenerative powers and I have like a long tongue and poison and stuff because I'm like a snake. You know, yeah, you know, and this super agility, flexibility, whatever. I can do all kinds of stuff. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with seeing her be like, you know, working for the Doctor at least at first, and then like, you know, at least at first and stuff. But what should have happened? Not working for the Sun or something, you know, and that would have been cool with me if she had, you know. But she should have been main villain. You know, she's trying to be main villain, but she should have been main villain. Or basically like G.I. Joe Eyes of Cobra, where it was like the guy that the Doctor turned out to be Cobra Commander eventually. You know, that would have been cool. But, you know, still, yeah, basically it'd been like, it would be cool. Also, here's the biggest, this is the biggest thing for me, the hugest thing of the whole movie, bigger than even him saying, hey, I think you want to lose your immortality, you know, I know, I have a feeling you want to lose your immortality, so, you know, I can hook you up with that, like, no, you know, that was sort of, well, okay, might be a toss-up, but still, that was the beginning of the movie. This is the end of the movie. Spoilers. But anyway, basically, I think, he should really have died. Yoshida, or whatever his name was, should have really died. Died, you know, and then, you know, Hydra Girl, what they call it, yeah, Viper's supposed to be a leader of Hydra, but anyway, whatever. Viper should have basically put him into the Silver Samurai armor, right, as some sort of Frankenstein zombie thing, alright? Then he'd be like a monster, and he'd be like, oh, man, what has it done to you? You know, he'd be like, you know, he sees him, he like is able to, you know, cut into him, and cut into the Silver Samurai, you know, or whatever, or take the head off, and you see the guy in there like, you know, and he's like absorbing the power, and absorbing Logan's scaling ability, you know. I'm sorry, but the claw thing was a bit weird, because basically, you know, if you can do that with his claws, can you just get him, stab him anywhere, and just start taking his blood, just. You know, just get him in his arms, you know, or anywhere else, and just start taking his blood and pumping it into you. I mean, couldn't you? I'm sorry, that was just very weird and very, you know, super, you know, tight, you know, super, let's say, well, convenient, maybe more super designed for only to cut off Wolverine's claws. Only work if you cut off Wolverine's claws and then put the 3 syringes in it. But I don't understand it. But the main gist of it is, it should have been a zombie. He should have not been alive. He should have not really been alive. He should have been turned into a monster, basically. Just be like, and then all of a sudden, you know, she narrates, right? You know, Snake Girl narrates, and is like, yes, like, he's getting his life force sucked, you know, his blood drained, and he's like, you know, and the guy's like, and she's going like, yeah, all right, well, Logan, or Weapon X, as I should call you, that was your original name. That was the name you had when you were working. That's your other name, your more important name to me. But basically, with your healing ability, combined with this adamantium skeleton of the adamantium armor of the Silver Samurai, I will have an invincible guardian, an invincible that will live forever. We will always, you know, she should have been main villain. She should have been saying, yes, with him I will be able to take over the world, you know, and then all of a sudden, you know, homegirl in the thing attacks her or whatever, or along with that ninja dude, you know, they attack her together or something, and they're able to disable her, and then she's able to get, you know, homegirl's able to get get the Silver Samurai guy or whatever, distract him long enough for Logan to get his bone claws out or whatever. I don't know. He could cut off. I have no problem with him cutting off his adamantium claws, because then it's like, oh my gosh, nothing's able to cut those except, you know. But he did. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. You know, that would have been cool. That was cool to me. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. But anyway, we're talking about the not cool stuff yet first. Because I want to get the cool stuff in a second. But anyway, basically, then he should have been like, you know, got his bone claws out, stabbed the dude, and be like, you know, he's a monster. He's not alive. He's not evil. Because basically, that was the biggest thing. There was like a girl on there, Comic Girl or somebody on YouTube was saying, yeah, well, basically, what lesson did we learn from this? You know, don't save people because they'll only turn on you in the end, you know, because that's what it looked like. The guy turned on him in the end. I was like, yeah, with your healing ability, I will be invincible. I will live forever. Yeah. I'm like, that was just crazy. No, it should have been he died, and then Viper Girl was controlling him with the samurai armor or whatever, and then she'd be like, he would stab the dude, and he'd be like, he's a zombie, so he's like, doesn't matter. So like, you know, and then he like, I came to say, he could have his line. Then I came to say goodbye. So goodbye. You know, throw him overboard. You know, yeah, throw him overboard, and then like homegirl, you know, Viper Girl's been defeated, Silver Samurai's been defeated, at least for now. You know, it might very possibly, you know, very possible. And then you gotta have your, you know, then he hangs out with the redheaded girl again. You know, because the way it was at the end, he's like, yeah, okay, you know what? Me and this other girl have been through these crazy, awesome adventures, but I'm just gonna leave her and go hang with the redheaded girl, which you haven't seen for a long, long time. We haven't seen her since near the beginning of the movie. Maybe like once towards the end or before the end, the actual end. But we haven't seen her since. So it's like, what? Why are you going off with this girl? You just totally had like a fling with this other girl. You know, and you got over Jean Grey for this other girl, and yet you're what? Like what? That was weird. I'm sorry, but that was a huge problem. They should have definitely condensed the girl to one girl, and then it would have been like, okay, we went on an awesome adventure where I was there. Now I'm gonna protect you. You know, we go on another adventure. Yay! Let's go on another adventure. Don't worry, everything will be fine when I get back. You know, everything's cool. You know, everything's in one hand. The ninja dude with the arrows, you know, he says he's gonna take care of everything. So everything's cool, you know. He also likes me, so there you go. He also cared about me. He's a good friend, or he's my brother. I don't know, but he's something so that, you know, I can trust him with the company. I'll go over. I want to go hang out with you, you know, and Logan hangs out with him. And then they can have their ending where they set up X-Men Days of Future Past. That would have been better. Okay, but here's the cool stuff. The really cool stuff that I really liked. First and foremost was the fact that Logan was weakened. That to me was the biggest, most awesomest thing in this game. That they upped in this movie. They upped the ante in here. Logan could not heal so well. Like, yes, he could heal. Yes, he could heal, but it wasn't like instantly, like before, like where it's like he gets shot and okay, no, it was like oh shoot, I'm bleeding. Oh no, like die, get away from me. No, I'm shot again. Oh no, what the heck is this? Oh my leg. Oh shoot. Oh, he's still hurting. He's still bleeding. He's weakened. And he's like, what the heck's happening to me? Oh, shoot, get away from me. Get out of here. Come on. Help me out here. That was cool. That was really cool. I didn't like how that was done. I really wish it had been the Viper's poison, not some weird bomb, weird robot thing she somehow made him swallow. That's great. I did not like that. That was a weird thing. I really wish it had been something else, because no, if it had been her poison, I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure her poison could do the job. If she just kissed him and had a poison breath or whatever, and he's like, so then his body's fighting off that poison, and it's harder for him to heal, and it's just like in there, and it's still in there. Who knows how powerful this girl's poison is? It was like it just kept going and kept going and kept going. And eventually, he just basically, gets a cure or something, or eventually he's able to fight it. But come on, that robot thing is weird. I didn't like that at all. But still, he was weakened, and he had to protect this girl, and then he's had to get over Jean Grey. And that was nice. I liked how they've had continuity between that and X-Men 3, because basically that was kind of cool, because basically she's like, why'd you do that? It's like, well, he was like, I'm sorry I killed you, but I had no choice. Other people, you were killing everyone else. Like, well, yeah. No, she was like, why? He's like, oh, Jean, crap, stuff like that. That was pretty good. Tormenting, but still awesome to see. But yeah, and it was nice that she eventually let her go. Let's go with his sadness or whatever. Let's go with his guilt or what, I don't know. But still, he's feeling. So that's basically, and people, that was basically cool to me. There was the issue though. People were saying, hey, what the heck about that situation where he got shot with all those arrows? And why didn't you just cut him? You cut through. Yeah, and I was thinking, at first I was thinking, yeah, that's true. That's kind of weird. But then I realized something. All that to regeneration takes energy. Okay? You know, work with me on this one. You gotta think about it that way. The regeneration, to regenerate wounds will take energy. And I'm pretty sure the guy got hit with so many arrows that it got to the point where it's like he can't stay awake because the energy to regenerate all that is being, you know, it's so much. It's too much for him. You know, he has limits. I agree with that. I was okay with that then when I saw that. And then they got the poison arrow in there, so he's like, oh crap, even more, you know, even more stuff. Oh, he falls over. You know, he didn't die from it, but you know, still, it was like, you know, oh my gosh, you know, I actually accept that. You know, that makes it more credible as a power, something that has a limit. You know, if you get hit too much, then you know, it takes energy to generate all that. I'm pretty sure the guy eats like a Super Saiyan. I'm pretty sure he does. Because that's just, oh my goodness, you gotta think about that. You know, to make new skin, new skin, and muscle, and all that other stuff, that takes energy. So I had no problem with him, you know, fainting. You know, no problem with him falling unconscious because he got shot with like 5 billion in that poison. And then that poison arrow got him. So I'm like, yeah, that's a lot. That is a huge amount. Yeah. I had no problem with that. And it's unlike a bullet or like a cut, you know, there's stuff, well, a bullet, yes. A bullet, there is something in there, you know, but an arrow, there's more in there. It's not just a little piece of metal, it's an arrow. It's pretty crazy stuff, if you ask me. That is pretty awesome. So yeah, I wasn't exactly against that. Or him losing his aluminium claws again. You know, getting those cut was basically, you know, this is like serious for him. That's what it was to me. This is serious. This guy, this thing is so powerful. Silver Samurai is so powerful that he can cut through your aluminium. You know, he can cut aluminium. That is just something that's never been done before. And I was like, whoa, whoa. Because when I first saw it, I was like, what is he doing? What's it? Oh my gosh. He was about to cut the claws, you know, he was like going to slice down. I was like, whoa, what the heck is he doing? Oh my gosh. And then it's like, you know, he gets out and starts fighting the guy. You know, he has the heated aluminium sword, and the guy's swinging it around, and all of a sudden it's like, you know, he gets hit I think he gets one claw, you know, set of claws cut off by that slide. He's like, you know, he's like, oh my gosh, you know, that guy just cut through the aluminium. You know, oh shit, well, I needed something better than that. So he got another one of the guy's swords, right? And then he's like going, you know, learned a lesson from Yoshida when he was alive, and it was, you know, you had to use 2 hands for wielding a sword like this. You know, and some people might, you know, hate on that, right? But I didn't. I didn't because he had to use 2 hands to make it heat up. Okay, if that had been a regular sword, that would have been kind of crappy. But it was a special superheated sword, so he had to have 2 hands, hold it with 2 hands, so it would heat up. So that would activate it, so it would heat up, and you'd be able to cut through the guy's armor. So that I was okay with that, you know. So to me, yeah, there was some fun comic bits where he's hanging out with the girl, and they go to this hotel where, you know, they basically, it's a love hotel. So basically they're like, they're like, oh, no, no, I don't. Yeah, sometimes you have to itch. It's life. Things make you itch. So there's no way to stop it. Yeah. Sorry. The way it is. You have to go. Sorry. Yeah. Right. Anyway, so it's like, you know, so they're like, you know, they're not, you know, together, at least not yet. So they're like a little nervous, they're all nervous and silly about it, and it's like, you know, they go into the room, and the room is like a heart-shaped bed, and, you know, silly things like that. And it's like, yeah, that's, yeah, that's, silly, you know, kind of fun, you know, and it's like, yeah, you know, it's like, oh, yeah, he's like, wow, you know, so it's like, yeah, I like that, I didn't like, well, certain things about Viper, the Viper or whatever she was weird, because it was like that one guy got stabbed by Viper poison. As far as I know, she only uses poison. She can only make poison. She's a snake person. So how did that not kill him? He got stabbed by that. Okay, that would kill somebody. First of all, well, he got stabbed in the neck too. So that would also make it really tough for him to do anything. The son got stabbed by stabbed in the neck. So I'm not pretty sure that would not work. Maybe if she actually stabbed him with a needle with some like adrenaline in it, or some other formula that could make him go crazy. Something that he used later for she used later for dead Yoshida, zombie Yoshida, basically, and that was something that could make him like move around, look like he was sort of alive, but not not really, or jumpstart him, so he could so he could be alive in that armor. That might have worked better, than that, because I'm like, what the heck? This guy's gonna die. Look at him. You see all the veins, the green veins on his face, and I'm like, okay, he's been poisoned. He's gonna die. Why is he doing anything? How can he do anything? It was weird. That was weird. Her getting shot by the poison, that was okay with me, because she's supposed to be a viper person. She's supposed to be a snake person, so therefore, if she got hit by something that's poisonous, and of course she has a healing factor too, because all the ones that fight Wolverine have to have, not all of them, but a lot of them have to have a healing factor or something, because of course Wolverine will mess you up. You don't. But, she got hit by that, somehow healed from getting hit by a poisonous arrow. And was able to get take her skin off, a layer of skin off or something with the poison in it, and also took her hair off too. But that was okay. I had no problem with that. She's a snake person. That's what you're supposed to. As a snake person, that makes sense. So I'm like, yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Then she's like, hey, I'm a monster now. And then all of a sudden she gets killed pretty easy. I'm like, what? I did not like that. She should have been main villain. She should have had like at least two people, two people working, together to defeat her. Maybe he should have shot another poisonous arrow, and while she was trying to remove her skin or do some other thing, or like or while she was attacking him, she's getting shot by arrows or something like that. That would have been cool if they then just turned on her and they shot her full of arrows, and then she fell ill. Then she was like, got weakened, and then like homegirl like finished her off. Then like redheaded girl finished her off. That would have been cool. He was like, dang it, poetic justice. I would have had a problem with that. Anyway, all in all, that movie, Wolverine, was better than X-Men Wolverine. I say that's a fair comparison because they both star Hugh Jackman. They both involve they're both Wolverine's main character in both of them. And they're basically doing stuff in there. Both of them have Wolverine going through different stories, and two different stories there. And in my opinion, X-Men Wolverine is still the worst. The Wolverine movie is way better than X-Men Wolverine. Not as good as the other ones, but better than X-Men Wolverine. Maybe not X-Men 3, no, because it's just him. So yeah, and that one girl, but still, no, it was better. It was definitely, I'd say, not the worst. That's the term. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say it was not the worst. It was way better. It was definitely better than X-Men Wolverine. That thing was so bad. Would I say as bad as Iron Man 3? Or worse than Iron Man 3? Maybe, because they just messed so much stuff up in that one. In Iron Man 3, they messed some stuff up, and yeah. But at least, it's like Tony could be like, what do I say? Oh my gosh, I need that suit. I changed my mind. I need to be in that metal suit. Shoot. So let's fire up the whole thing again. Let's go. He could have said that. Yeah, this thing it was just so bad. So yeah, X-Men, the Wolverine was actually fun. Kind of fun. It was pretty good. It was good. Going in the right direction. Not the best movie ever. Definitely. There was a lot of problems with it, but still better than X-Men Wolverine. So there you go. See you next time. Check me out on YouTube DeviantArt, especially my Star Wars Tilly and Time on DeviantArt, and on YouTube. On YouTube. I haven't done Star Wars Tilly and Time on DeviantArt yet. On DeviantArt is Hero Force Neo and How Sonic Translation ended.